Ready?
Thank you, Coach, for coming. If you could just give us your overview on tonight's game.
Subpar first half. Second half was really good. But we got to tighten up a few things. Offensive rebounding was really bad. I mean, yeah, we had 19 offensive rebounds, but we can't give up 19 offensive rebounds to win at a high level. And we can't have 16 turnovers against a team that doesn't really press you. A lot of them was unforced and right into home run plays to make baskets. So we got to tighten up a few things. And I tell you, the one thing, like I told my staff, and I didn't bring this up to the team, field goal wise, that's probably the worst we shot in probably a long time. And we played against some of the Power Fives, and we shot better than 43%. So we got to tighten a few things up. But, I take the win because, Morgan, Coppin is always, intense rivalry. And, a win's a win. I don't care who it's against, when it is. And, if it's by one, we'll take it.
This is as calm as I've seen Cam play the past few years. Do you see the same thing? Do you see his development trending in that direction as well?
Oh yeah, he's a seasoned vet. He's dialed in, he's locked in, and he's putting the time in. You guys don't understand. Some people, they just go play the game. Some people, they really work at their craft, and he works at his craft, and it's paying off. And he's got to keep doing what he's doing. He's playing. And this is the thing. A lot of you guys are looking at it from the offensive standpoint. Mm-hmm. He's doing a better job on the defensive standpoint too. So. He's playing well. He's leading us in a lot of things. So, having 3 assists and 1 turnover, that's a good stat. And he usually rebounds more than 3 rebounds, but he's playing well. So,
Cam, it seems to me that every shot you take is under control. It seems like every shot's a good shot.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about
that.
Okay.
Man. He takes some 4 shots, and he knows it, and I get on him about it because we're going to get him a lot of shots. So. He's got to understand time and, because he plays the most minutes. Tonight was probably the least he's played in probably 10 games, 33 minutes, but that's a lot of minutes. But you can go ahead.
But do you feel yourself playing with a certain calmness now that you're a veteran, as your coach said?
Yeah, I'm just being here multiple years, seeing where I can get my shots at better and just being more within the offense. So I definitely feel myself being more under control.
And your coach mentioned a few areas where you guys have to get better. Where do you see that your team having to get better?
Rebounds. And like he said, I improved on defense, but I still need to get better on defense. And the team, we need to get better on defense. So defense and rebounds, definitely. And get more assists.
I think this is, 8 games of 20 or more points for you, 8 straight, whatever it was. What's clicking for you at this point in your career that perhaps maybe wasn't in the past?
Just getting in the gym more, being more consistent in the gym. My off-the-court habits are getting better. It's just everything I'm doing is being more in line with what I want to achieve.
Kevin, is there something off the court that you see has clicked for him?
I think as a team, these guys have come together. He's taking the leadership role, him and Amahrie, and the guys, they like playing with each other, and they hold each other accountable, and that's the thing that's helping us dig out of a hole that we dug ourselves in.
Coach, I'm curious, outside of Cam and Will's performance today, was there anybody else on the team that you feel like had a key highlight that you weren't expecting to come through this game?
I think Trent has been really playing well for us lately. He's in practice and in the games. Think about it, Trent's playing 22 minutes. He's 2 for 4, and the other 2 shots he probably should have made too, and he had 3 rebounds. This is the thing that's interesting. We look at the box score and you see Daniel didn't score a lot, but he still gets 10 rebounds. So, he's a force in the middle. And, every time we play, people always say, where did you get that guy? He's been here, and he's playing at a high clip. So, I take my hat off to him. And you don't have to score to be productive. And he is rebounding at a high clip.
We talked about this before, but when Will hits a couple shots early, he's an impactful player for the entire game. How do you get him to be that kind of player even if he doesn't hit a couple of shots early?
That's the $1 million question. We're still working at it, Will is a product of, he has to see the ball go in. And when it doesn't go in, he gets in his head. But we always tell him, is other things you can do in a game to be, productive. He had 5 rebounds today, 2 assists. So we need him to get 5 more rebounds. He's done it before. He's 4 for 4 from the line, and, he shot, 8 for 15. That's a pretty good number. That's probably high 60s, maybe 70. All right. But anyway, he's, we just need more out of him for 40 minutes. So, he's bought in. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Coach, you mentioned it sort of offhandedly, but I want to touch up a little bit about the rivalry you had against Coppin. You have over 100 games won against them, playing against them. So, how does it feel to have the win with this rivalry going on?
It's interesting you say that. Take the rivalry out the window. Larry is a dear friend. He coached here under me and under Coach Bozeman. And it's like when I coached at Binghamton, I coached against his uncle, I was his assistant at GW. And it's a weird dynamic. We played GW one year at Binghamton and we beat them. And I didn't know if I was happy or sad. Then the next year we went to GW and they beat us like we stole something. I think I was more happy when we lost than when we won, because it was a weird feeling. But, any win is a good win for us, where we've been. And even though it's a rival and a great fan support today, that was unbelievable out there today. We just got to keep it going, and hopefully we can keep beating Coppin. Even though he's a dear friend and he's on staff with us, we have a job to do, and that's to win. So it was fun. Since we came out on the winning side, it was fun.
With the injuries you sustained throughout the season, what does it mean to have guys like DiMaggio, Trent, as you spoke on before, Jaden and Matar come off the bench, and how have you seen them grow throughout the second half of the season?
Those guys are really growing, and it's funny because our practices are competitive, and those guys are really pushing. There's some days, like the other day, we had a practice where the first team won 35-2. Mm-hmm. Then there's some days that the orange team beat them pretty good. So, it's competitive, and it's not like one team's here or one player's here and one player's here. I tell you, you asked the question about Will. It's some days Trent and Jaden Martin is as good as Will in practice. So it just got to carry over in the games. And with more playing time and experience, it will happen. We played like today. We played Trent at the 5 on defense, and and we didn't miss a beat. Matar came in, got some early fouls, but he played well. So guys are buying into their roles, I hope. It seemed like it, and hopefully it keeps us on the winning side.
And this would be for the both of y'all. 3-2 in conference play, and only 6 points away from being 4-1. What is that feeling like, and where do you feel that you stack up to the other teams in the MEAC, and how confident are you going into the MEAC tournament time?
It's game by game with me because, in any given game, and I can say this, I bet nobody in this room thought we would beat Norfolk. Let's just be real about it. And, you got to play every night. Norfolk is the cream of the crop of the league. They're the best, and they showed it today. But we persevered. These guys believed. And every game is different. And I said this to my coaches today. I don't know what it was. I was more nervous about this game than a lot of games we played this year. And I think it was the effect of these guys not understanding we're not playing. And I said this to them, throw the record out. It's going to be a war. Coppin, Morgan, a lot of these guys don't understand, the crosstown rivalry. This is going to be a war. Throw the record out. Don't even look at it. And early on, it started out like it was going to be a war. And then we pulled away the second half, but, every game is a challenge. We're not good enough to take anyone lightly because anyone can beat us and we can beat anyone in this league.
Yeah, like you said, we just got to go game by game. Each game is going to be a fight. We can't underestimate anybody, and we don't want to put anybody too high like they better than us. So we just got to take each game day by day, practice hard, play the game hard. and we got a chance with anybody.
Last question, Coach. UMES coming up. Is there anything we're taking out of this game to work on?
Defensive rebounding and we control with our turnovers. And I think we're sharing the game, sharing the ball. More so, we got to work on our rebounding, especially, and we work on it every day, and we just got to get better at it. And defensively today, I mean, for the most part, we did a pretty good job on the three-point line. Every team poses a different problem. So I haven't looked at Eastern Shore yet. I'll start looking at them tomorrow and start working on, what we need to do to hopefully win that game.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.